What's up guys, welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk about a brand new build for Amara that I'm calling her Caustic bolt build. This is going to be involved all around doing corrosion damage and a little bit of shock damage. The corrosion damage you're going to get with this build is absolutely insane. You're going to be able to melt anything in the game from takedown mode to solder shaft, anything you want to do. It is a super fun build, it is super effective, and I really hope you guys enjoy the build. So with all that being said, this build is located in my Discord channel if you would like to download it. The link for my channel will be in the description below. It's going to be located under the build tab and you can get it from there. So if you enjoyed the video, download the build or found it helpful in any way, remember, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I truly appreciate it. Now let's get right into the video. Alright, so starting off, our first weapon we're going to be using is the Breath of the Dying. This is a Dahl AR. This has recently got buffed in the latest patch. It is very good now, as all Dahl ARs are actually very good now, but this one is insanely good, especially for things like at clear and even boss damage. So this gun has a little effect to where when you kill an enemy, they basically explode into little bolts, corrosion bolts that like seek out and hit other enemies for an insane amount of damage. This is insanely good for bossing if you can line stuff up. It is also insanely good for mobbing, especially if you're using things like phase grabs, which can be using to link everybody up and it's just going to spread out and kill everything. But with that being said, this actually has a little secret mechanic on Wotan, I guess. Once you get him down to like the little last phase and you take his shield off, you can use this to break his shield when you're shooting the crit on him, and it's gonna actually kill him in one shot. All the bolts are gonna hit him and kills him in one shot. Now I will say it is not reliable, but if you would like to do it, it is very fun to do. And sometimes you do it instantly, and then sometimes it'll take you multiple magazines to do it, but you can do it. So if you would like to try it, you can do it like that. But even if you don't get the thing to work, you can still take down Wotan, especially the Valkyrie squad, with the Breath of the Undying. It's just gonna tickle them a little bit and not, be insane damage, but it can be done. All right, so next I'm going to use a Shocking Star Helix. This is mainly to take down shields, especially on things like the Valkyrie squad or Wotan. Actually, for the first time, I'm going to be using Anoint, where I get 30% more gun damage when I'm in the air. So basically just jumping around, you get 30% more damage, which is very good for just jumping. You're not really relying on active skills or anything, just jumping up and down, and you're gonna get more damage. All right, so next I'm gonna be using a Corrosion Lob. This is simply to destroy things really quick. As we all know, the lob got buffed and it is super good. I actually have a lob build on my channel dedicated to this and the recursion if you would like to check that out. But this is just here just in case you want to speed things up a little bit and take down or whatever. This will obviously speed things up because you absolutely just destroy bosses with this thing. Now if you don't want to do that, you can still use the Dahl ARs. You're still going to get through stuff very quickly, but obviously the lob is just going to be absurd compared to everything else. And since it's corrosion, it's going to help out with their build as well, since we're doing a ton of corrosion damage. Next, I have a Cryo Star Helix. I know this is technically not corrosion, but this is the only thing I have. Now, obviously, Cryo does more damage to armor, which plays around the theme with corrosion. But I'm really only using this to take down the better half of Wotan as soon as it comes out. You can use the Breath of the Dying with it to take down the better half really quick, but I feel like the Star Helix is just a slight bit better. Plus, on accident, I get a 75% bonus radiation damage. This is also just going to help out with a little more damage. Like I said, if you want to use Breath of the Dying, you can, but the Star Helix is also another good option to use. And next, I have a Transformer Shield, and actually I get 50% bonus cryo damage. Very good. Again, plays around with the theme of corrosion, doing to get more damage to armor, and also transforms a super tanky shield. Then next, I have a Hex Grenade right here, where I get 50% bonus corrosion damage. As much corrosion damage as you can get. This is going to make the build a lot better, so this is just helping out with that. Now as you see, I got 4 extra shields, 4 extra grenades. As always, this is going to help you do your axial and anoints on whatever element you need, depending on what you're fighting against. Now next, I have a Phase Zerker right here, where I get 31% bonus SRF damage, 45% bonus Dahl critical hit damage, and 32% Atlas weapon fire rate. The Atlas weapon fire rate is kind of whatever, but the other two are obviously insanely good for the Dahl ARs. It's just going to help them out even more, and you can just straight up shred enemies. Now next, I'm actually using a Flesh Melter Victory Rush. This is actually going to allow me to get kills and I'm getting buffed just by killing things. The Victory Rush is giving us 18% bonus damage and movement speed every time I kill a bigger enemy, so that is insanely good. And then also the Flesh Melter part, every time I kill an enemy with Corrosion, which is the main part of the build, we're getting 26% more damage, and it's stacked up to 5 times. So you're getting a lot more corrosion damage, plus you're just getting 18% bonus damage. And now, if we look at the stats at the bottom, we're getting 18% bonus assault rifle damage and 29% radiate chance and 2,157 more max shields. Max shields is very good for survivability. The radiate chance is very good for proc and Flesh Melter, and the 18% assault rifle damage is obviously very good for the assault rifles. As you see, with all this stuff combined, the Breath of the Undying is just going to be insanely good and kill things just stupid quick to be a corrosion weapon and kill, and you're not fighting armored targets. So other things I'm including with the build really quick, I'm going to include a Star Helix to have Face Slam to get 30% more damage. When you're using a fusion and you put Incendiary on this, it's going to melt Grave Ward super quick. Like, this is definitely your Grave Ward boss farming weapon, or just any boss that's kind of far away that can't be hit by the lob. Next, I have an Execute right here to apply debuffs. Basically, when you shoot the gun, reload it, it's gonna apply a 50% debuff. The magazine does have to be completely empty though to apply the debuff, so remember that. But this is an easy way to apply 50% debuffs to everybody. Next, I have a Sellout right here just to get, instead of proc our Elemental Projector artifact, which obviously I'll have Elemental Projector artifact, where we actually get 44% more magazine size, 27% weapon accuracy. That's really good for bossing. We're just going to have a magazine size, more accuracy to hit the crit even easier. So next, I'm just going to scroll through the skill tree really quick, just so people who want to copy the skills down can do that. I will be going in depth with the skills, and that is going to be starting right now. So first, I'm putting 3 points of fast hands, give me reload speed, weapon swap speed, mode switch speed. This is generally just a very good skill to have in every single build because all those are super nice. Next, I'm putting 1 point do harm, 1 point Valiant Tapestry. This is going to help keep our stacks up a little bit, but we're mainly using it to get down to the next skill tier. Next, I'm putting 5 points of Restless to get 25% more cooldown rate. This is very good since our gear on our build, except our Phase Zerker, doesn't really have cooldown rate, and the Phase Zerker just inherently has the cooldown rate tied to its legendary effect. So this is going to allow you to get even more cooldown rate. Next, I'm putting 3 points of Transcend to get more accuracy, more critical hit damage. This is an insanely good Amara skill as always, and it is going to help out a ton with your damage. Next, I'm putting 5 points in Alacrity. This is going to give us more reload speed. We're actually going to get a ton of reload speed from this since we're going to be having a lot of stacks, and it is a super good skill to have. Next, I'm putting 1 point in Ascendant to get our Lure Radius buff. We're going to be using a Lure with Ties to Bind and the Shock action skill element. So this is going to buff our Lure Radius by 100%. So we're going to pull enemies in from further away, which means we can kill them even easier. Next, I'm putting 3 points for Rest to get 12% more fire rate and 44% more charge speed. The only main thing we're looking at right there is the 12% fire rate. This is going to help out with like the Breath of the Dying just to make it shoot even quicker. It already shoots insanely quick, but this is going to help it out even a little bit more. Next, I'm at 3 points of Wrath to get 20% more gun damage and 20% more after I pop an action skill. Every time I pop an action skill, we're getting a lot of damage, and this is going to help out with our anoints that we already have, so we're buffing it even more. Finally, I'm putting 1 point of Avatar on the skill tree to get our 10 bonus rust stacks, and we can pop an action skill twice before cooldown. Next, I'm putting 5 points of Diffusion to convert 40% of our damage to our action skill element. So since we're going to be mainly using the Breath of the Dying, we're going to be converting it to shock damage a little bit. This is going to take out shields because the Breath of the Dying, the main weakness to it is taking out shields. So this is definitely going to alleviate that problem, and you can just shred everything in the game. So next, I'm putting 3 points in Steady Hands to get 32% more handling, 31% more accuracy. This is just going to make playing the game a lot better. It is just a super nice skill to have. Next, I'm putting 5 points in Tempest to buff our elemental damage. So we're getting 30% more of that and then 20% more shock damage. Obviously, getting 30% more damage shock corrosion is going to help out a ton, especially with everything that our gear is doing. And we're getting 20% bonus shock damage too, which is going to help our infusion out a lot. As you see, everything is just synergizing really well, and you're going to be able to just melt stuff. Next, I'm putting 2 points on Wildfire just to get down to the next skill tier. There's really no point in using this. Next, I'm putting 1 point in Dread to get 15% more gun damage every time I phase grasp an enemy, plus every time I kill an enemy in that phase grasp, it's going to reload my weapon. Then after that, 1 point in Deep Well to buff all our elemental weapons by 20%. This is insanely good because pretty much all our weapons are elemental, so we're getting a lot of use out of this one skill. Next, I'm putting 3 points Indiscriminate to get our ricochet chance to go up. So this is going to allow you to basically to just shoot any enemy, and you're going to be ricocheting bullets everywhere and doing a lot of ad clear. And finally, I'm putting 5 points Sustainment to get 20% of our damage dealt back as health. And the damage dealt you have to do is with elemental weapons, which is very easy because we're going to be using a lot of elemental weapons. So this is our survivability of the build. All that being said, that is everything with this build. Generally going over with all these skills, especially with things like Steady Hands, Alacrity, fast hands from rest, even things like Wrath. This is just going to make playing the game so fun with the Breath of the Dying. The Breath of the Dying is a super fun gun to just use. Honestly, it is, especially with all these skills. You can just move quick with it. It is super snappy. It just feels like a very good weapon. Dahl weapons, to me personally, are the best feeling weapons in the game. Maybe other to Jacob's, obviously, but this just makes it super satisfying to play. Plus, it's also very good. This build can do true takedown mode if you would like it to, especially with things like the Breath of the Dying, where it can proc on Wotan and basically instantly kill him. It is a little difficult though, like I will say, so don't expect to be able to go into true takedown mode and just shred everything. Now, in normal takedown mode, you can't do that, like no problem. But in true takedown mode, if you want to use something like the law build I made, that's probably going to be better for that, but this can get it done. So generally, how you want to play this build, just phase grass the ground to proc all your anoints and all your skills, phase grass a large group of enemies. As lure is going to pull them all in, kill the phase grass target, the bolt's going to come out, kill everything if they aren't already dead from all the damage, and yeah, everything just dies. For bossing, like I said, you can swap to Incinerate for things like Grave Ward. For things like Wotan, you're taking the shields out, use the Shock Star Helix, just jump up and down, you're getting a lot of damage, and you're taking the shields out really quick. It is super fun to play. Breath of the Undying is honestly probably one of my favorite guns in the game, just how good it feels and how effective it is. So that is why I wanted to make a build all around it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the build. As I said before, the build will be located in my Discord channel, which is linked in the description if you would like to download it. So with that being said, if you download the build, enjoyed the video, or found it helpful in any way, as always, remember to drop a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I truly appreciate all the support that I've recently getting. I think I went up like 100 subs in like 2 to 3 days, which is just nuts to me. And I, like I said, I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. But that is going to be the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you guys enjoyed the build if you download it or try to make it for yourself. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.